Beautiful little 13, not very deep at all. We're fairly certain that none of this soil has been moved ever. And certainly based on the number of coins, the type of coins, the age of coins that we found, that pretty much confirms that. So it all makes complete sense. That's just a pull tab. One last shebang at the Pony Club. 17. Sounds delicious. So I'm kind of just in awe of the actual historic nature of what went on here at this location. And us getting this permission was actually just a stroke of luck based on the property that we were hunting next door, Miss Judy's. Turns out Miss Judy and Miss Becky are cousins. And so she was like, yeah, just come on over. Well, I have a piece of something. This might very well just be a piece of a zinc. Yeah, I do believe I see Abe. Yes, and the memorial. So one crusty zinc. Shane did some research. Turns out in 1820, part of the U.S. Naval Fleet was sent here to help curb some of the piracy on the island. 13. Very shallow. We have, are you a nickel? You are a nickel. Okay. One modern nickel. Cool. Based on Shane's Danish button up top and all the buttons and coins that we've found in this general area, we feel like this is for sure an area where there was an encampment. And I hope to find something more. Let's see what we can do. 10, 11, just under the surface. Probably a beaver. Certainly normally is for me. I think I saw a nut. I do. Okay. Just now noticing too, on this tree, there are all sorts of carvings. It's very interesting. This looks like this says island. There's some names. Maybe Jeremy, Mike. So very, very cool markings on this tree. Ah, there we go. This is definitely different. This is not part of one of the horse clips that I have been finding. This is something much different. Very interesting find there. It was very, very shallow, 25, 26. I suspect this is most likely modern coinage. It is a penny. Looks like a copper one. It is in pretty good condition. Well, this looks like somewhere someone has been. Looks like a small bruise right here, but there is a 14 in the hole, which is probably this right here. Yes, it is, which looks like a bit of scrap pot metal. Yep. Very crumbly. That or pewter. One or the other. Very shallow 24. I suspect a modern penny. Copper. Oh no, instead I got my dandy that I have been waiting for, and it is incredible. I see gold gilding. I see all sorts of Incredible. In fact, that may very well be a Danish crown. Wow. Let's clean this up a little bit. See what we have. This is an amazing piece. All right, everybody. Well, it says United States Pony Club. So this is going to be an early Pony Club button. It is incredible. United States Pony Club. And there's someone with the horse reins and a horse right in the middle, as you can see. It is gold gilding on the back, probably gold gilding all over the button. It may have been some sort of pin since it has two instead of an actual button. But what an amazing find. I am overjoyed. I finally found my dandy, and it is incredible. Oh,
the Pony
yes.
Club was established in the United States in 1954 and was based on the example of Pony Club of Great Britain, founded in 1929.
Huh. So that can't be very old at all. That's so strange. It looks so old.
Well,
A little tin right here beside the dandy. Maybe it's the pin. That would be really cool. Just a beaver in the morning. It's only 7 a.m. Beaver. Higgs has gotten early starts for the last month with him. They call me Beaver.
yeah. The Dutch were here in the 1600s.
Wow.
Like there were skirmishes. Oh, yeah, there's really interesting like history around 1650 because it was back and forth between like the Dutch, the English, there were French, not so much Spanish. The Spanish were here in the early 1500s and they moved on. They lost interest here because Puerto Rico was much more fruitful.
17. Not very deep at all. Might be right there even, huh? Oh my. Oh, I thought that was going to be a coin. This is some sort of tag. It says MB. Might be silver. It's very cool.
I called 3 people. I just spoke to George Tyson, who's our historian who knows a tremendous amount, and he says that in the 1830s there was a naval expedition that came with a famous admiral that came with a fleet. Oh.
Came with a fleet. Do you know how many boats?
No, but George is going to look it up.
Oh, okay,
you know,
cool.
George Tyson, and today he wasn't. He's busy, but you know, there's more time. But I could connect you with him, or I'll find out from him more information about that and share it with you. But he knows that there was an admiral that came with a fleet from the American Navy in the 1830s, maybe 1830, something like that. But I'm not sure they have a record of where they went, so this would be interesting.
Very.
And I also spoke to our just retired archaeologist, but he's off island today. He'll be back. And I spoke to Mike Evans, the archaeologist is David Brewer. I spoke to Mike Evans, who was this warden, Fish and Wildlife representative for Sandy Point, said he will try to come out this morning before 10.
Awesome.
See your
I wonder if
treasure trove.
I wonder if the other could, if he had a picture of the Admiral, and maybe that Admiral was wearing that button. Imagine. Yes.
Well, we'll find out.
That would be
We'll find out
phenomenal.
more.
Yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Couldn't remember the name of the Admiral offhand, but he's going to research.
15 is usually lead, but sounds like I missed by just a hair. Pull tab. You can see it says Superior around the outside, and then there's obviously some sort of starburst with the hand engraving, and then the gold gilding around it, the outside. The shank would have been right here and would have stuck out, and that's where it would have been attached. And then the front, I mean, it's obvious. Everybody agreed that I talked to that shape, that octagon shape, would have most definitely been some sort of gemstone. Probably the very top first button on his coat, because the cuff buttons were much smaller, like the one that Gene found. They're only about that big, and that's the one he found with the eagle and the 13 stars. So the cuff button would have been here. He probably wore that as the very first button, because it would have been very decorative, very, you know, elite, very, you know, high class. And just to show you the gallery I do have with me right today. Yes, baby. Hello. They are all very interested now in what I'm doing. For the first few days, they wouldn't even come near, but they've grown quite attached to me digging holes. They love to sniff the holes I've dug. This actually sounds like a bottle cap, but let's see. 13, 14. The only reason I say that is I'm getting a grunt at the end, which is very common for the bottle caps that I find on the beach. Although I don't think I have found a single bottle cap here. Not in the sense that we know of bottle caps. Well, it's actually going to be something quite small. This? No. This? No. You? No. You? No. You. Yes, it's going to be a pistol ball or a bucking ball. Nice. Very nice. Are you the historian?
Not really. I'm retired with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Oh, okay.
I manage Sandy Point.
Sandy Point, yes. So you know about the pirate activity?
Oh, a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, I spent 23 years in Puerto Rico, and I've been here 31 years.
Wow.
So
incredible.
Been in the Caribbean a while.
That's a long while. I have been digging like a maniac for 30 days.
My goodness. Well,
we dig every morning and we dig every evening. Take a break during the heat of the day, like you say. And we have just been going crazy. If you'd like to see some of my best stuff.
Plenty of material on this island, that's for sure.
I'm happy to show you some of my goodies.
Well, in a previous life, I actually was an archaeology student.
Oh, yes?
And I did mostly mortuary sites, middle woodland, late woodland, and...
There's my earliest, 1677, 2-skilling.
Oh, wow. You know, I'm always amazed at how coins get lost.
Yes, and who touched this last? I mean, I found this right up by that big patch there in the middle. Here's the 1804. I actually cleaned this one because I scraped it a bit with my shovel when I pulled it out, and so I figured I figured it would be a good candidate for a good cleaning, so I used a lemon juice, and it's got the big C in the crown on the front, so Christian VII, Danish 2 skilling. I have some other small 2 skillings, the little tiny ones, 1834 and an 1837. And then this I found yesterday, probably one of the most historic pieces. We believe that this says Superior on the back. This is an old button, gold gilding wrapped, and we believe a gemstone was right there in that octagon shape. We found it right here in this area. So unfortunately, I was so excited about finding the button, we didn't think about what could have been attached to the front of that. She's already invited me back and to stay here with her at some point. Maybe we'll excavate this area and sift through the area and see if we can turn that up. I did find a 18th century China cash coin. Now this was over at Miss Judy's, over by the sugar mill, just the next house over, in one of her horse pens. And of course, I've got a bunch of the Danish 1 cents and musket balls, and I have this beautiful colonial knee buckle, very incredible shape. Both tangs still intact, the hinge still works.
Wow.
So really excited about that. That's one of my most
being dropped.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite finds. And then I found a very modern Pony Club pen.
Oh, there you go.
From the Pony Club itself. And then this morning I dug what I thought was a much older, dandy-sized pony pen. But she looked up on Google and she says the Pony Club has only gone back to the 60s, 1960s. So she doesn't think that it could actually be that old. It looks very old to me, but maybe they made it to look old. Here's one of those Danish 1883 1 cents. I have several of those now, probably 5 or 6. And of course we're pulling up many old musket balls, wormed, not wormed. I found 2 that were just dropped. Often they're wormed, as you know. They get stuck and have to be taken out. And
yeah, this is about a 50 caliber, maybe 40